Scorpio, hello, and welcome to Gena Moon. This is your new timeline reading for this week. Now, today's video is sponsored by Psychic Source, and I'll tell you more about the amazing offer that they're having for you guys at the end of the reading. Now, I do offer extended readings as well for this reading, and if you would like to watch the link to the extended, you can find the link down in the description box below. That's where we dive deeper into the entire reading, the entire situation. We clarify every position, and more than anything else, we dive into the other person's energy. So if you want to watch the link to the extended, you can find the link down in the description box below, but you can also find it in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. If you would like instead a personal reading, you can also find the link to the personal readings with me down in the description box below, as well as in the first comment. All right, without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, guys, this is a very, very intense week for everyone. It's the entire month that's been this way, that will stay this way, so just be prepared. Let's see what this week has here for you. And you are starting with the dominant energy of the drum roll. Ooh, okay. I like it. It's looking very good. Now, I see that for a lot of you guys, if you have been tested a lot, you feel like, my God, life is just testing you. It looks like you've been passing those tests. Yes, indeed. If you see the number 111, 111, or just the number 1 on the time clock, when you're out and about, that's telling you that you're in alignment. It's your spirit guide, your angels, the universe coming in and saying, you're passing those tests. Good job. Keep going. It's not easy, but keep going. Don't give up. Because you have here none other than a new beginning. Prosperity begins. Now, of course, this can be related to money, prosperity, but we can be prosperous. You can be prosperous in more ways than just one, because look at these two hands there. There's one hand on top of the other. And they're kind of like, nurturing, taking care of the seed that they planted that has now grown into a beautiful, green, healthy tree. And now this tree is giving off what looks like peaches. So life is about to look very peachy for you. It's looking good. For some of you, it could be a love situation. Of course, this is a general reading, so you take the reading how it resonates for you. What comes up the most in these readings is love. But of course, you can be dealing with a career situation, money, family, friends, another personal situation, your health, whatever it is. You take the reading how it resonates. But I see that there is a brand new beginning. For some of you, there is a beautiful union, a bond that is forming. And if you're saying, well, with who? I'm by myself. Prepare. Because this new beginning is bringing in a lot of good stuff, including a union. There are two hands here, and it's not coming from the same person. I see that there is a union, a bond forming, where you and an outside energy, person, place, thing, environment, can potentially come together as one, right? Because your number right now is number 1. And create something that in essence is a win-win situation, something that you both want, something here that fulfills both in a beautiful way. Because I see that the seed has already been planted. It just depends on, let's see how you guys are nurturing it, right? Let's see. Let's tune in. We're going to go into every position for you and see what's going on here. Now, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, comment down below, letting me know how these readings all resonate for you. And more importantly than anything else, if you do enjoy these readings, preliminary, okay, we'll get to that. If you enjoy these readings, make sure to give the video a thumbs up, like the video, because when you like the video, you give a thumbs up. Not only is it free, you guys, but it helps me and it helps the channel grow. It's how you support the channel. So thank you all so much for your love, support, likes, all that good stuff. Preliminary flyer out here. Okay. You couldn't wait, huh? Restlessness. I feel like some of you guys are restless. Like, when is this going to happen, right? Like some kind of tension. Like, there's something telling me that some of you guys are kind of like, inside you, there's this energy that's kind of saying, take action, but you're a little resistant. You know, and that's where that restlessness is growing within some of you. Yeah. I see that you're a little doubtful right now about a situation, because with the Page of Swords showing up as a flyer, it's saying, well, I'm not too ready for this. Maybe you're not ready for this message. Prepare. It's going to be a deep one. Because I see you watching from the sidelines, you know, still investigating it, still trying to make sense of it. You could be spying on someone, or someone could be spying on you. But I see that there's still some kind of you're not too sure, you know, energy of needing reassurance, needing to validate the facts, the figures, doing the research, right? Observing something or someone from afar, just to make sure. We will see what this is all pertaining to. If you are about to sign some papers, I see that you're holding back a little. You want to make sure before you hand out that signature. Let's see. Oh, okay, not too shabby. You could be dealing with the sign of Aries. I see the sign of Libra, the sign of Taurus. Whatever other sign this is doesn't necessarily have to be any of these, but as I was saying, a beautiful union. This is all about your vision being on something or someone that's kind of pulling on your heartstrings just a little bit. Whether it's a vision that you have, a plan that you have, a dream that you have, or you're actually in something, right? Because this is the happy family, the happy home, the couple there, and the children playing right next to them in the yard, the beautiful rainbow. It's a very fulfilling type of energy, right? A very fulfilling dream, vision, or situation. We will see. It looks really good. Now, I see that right now, part of your challenge is exactly what I said in the preliminary message. There's something about your restlessness that is directly linked to a decision that you still have to make. You haven't made this decision. It's a decision between this or that. Do you stay? Do you go? Do you go left or right? Do you work it out or not? Throw in the towel? Between the past, the present, the future? What will it be? I see that part of your challenge has to do with the fact that you already know that there is some kind of decision that, yeah, it needs to be made. Okay? And I'm sensing that there's some kind of resistance, you know? There's some resistance around you that's kind of, it's kind of bringing up the energy of, are you avoiding this decision? Like, you know, because I see that it's something here that you need to patiently plan for. But yet, it's kind of testing you because you kind of want to make it on your own time. It's like there's a part of you that doesn't want to be pressured into this decision. Because if you feel pressured into it, whether it's by your passions, by a person, situation on the outside, you would rather just step back. It's like there's something there about, if this person, situation needs you to do this thing, make this decision, then to you, it's kind of like a red flag. Like, wait a minute. No. There's something off with that, because why do you want me to make that decision now, right? It's like you're questioning that. You're questioning this energy, this person. But what I'm also seeing here is that this is kind of interesting because it's showing up as someone or something here that is suddenly just kind of coming in, like seemingly uninvited. I'll tell you why. Because this outside energy is showing up as an energy that's very impulsive, you know, restless. Now, could it be that their restlessness that I'm sensing isn't exactly coming from you, but you're picking up on their restlessness and you're trying to make sense of it? Because I see that there's a part of this outside energy that you see a little bit as foolish. You know, like you don't really trust it. Like, why so fast? Why now? You know, these questions like, oh, why all of a sudden? Why out of nowhere? Right? Why so unexpected? Why didn't you tell me a year before? Right? So that you can plan it. Because I see that it's not that you're saying no. It's not that you're saying yes. You're just kind of taking a step back. Testing out the waters. I'm getting that whoever this outside energy is, there's some kind of level of naiveness, you know, like naive energy, that kind of vibe. And I'm getting that both you and this individual are now kind of taking a step back. You may have said something, done something, or just the fact that you're taking a step back is now kind of pulling their energy back as well. Okay, let's see. We're going to clarify. Let me know in the comments below if this is already resonating, and let me know what's going on. In the recent past, I see that you were very burdened by something. You were carrying a lot on your shoulders, okay? And you kept pushing and pushing and pushing for something to happen. And I feel that you ended up taking a lot more responsibility than you needed. There was something about you that just wouldn't give up. You were working hard, you were working on it, and it wasn't easy. If it was an outside energy that you were dealing with, a job, a career, a family situation, whatever it was, I see that it wasn't easy. But yet, you kept doing, you kept pushing, you kept trying. However, I do notice that it was affecting you more than you realized. It's kind of like you were so in it, right? That no matter what anybody told you, like, take a rest, or why don't you, tell them something about it. It's like you were so in it that you wouldn't even hear anybody. Or even your intuition, for that matter. You were dealing with an outside energy in the recent past. And whether it's the same person or a different one, we will see. But I see that this outside energy was coming through as an energy that you could not trust. And you knew this. You knew you could not trust this person, place, or thing. Which is exactly why you kept taking on their fair share of what was their responsibility to take care of. I see that there were a lot of lies, deceit, sneaky behavior, saying one thing, doing another, all talk, no action. And if there ever was any action, it was the wrong kind. And I feel like this outside energy was making it very difficult on you. It's almost as if they were trying to get away with something, But what I'm also picking up on is that your passions were activated in the recent past. I mean, you felt very, very passionate about this person, individual, career, environment, whatever this was. And a lot of times when there's so much passion and so much focus on just the passion aspect of a situation, you cannot see beyond that. Because the chemistry is so real, and you find excuses, you made up excuses for whoever this outside energy was, right? The red flags were there, but look at that. You were looking down at those red flags. Some of those red flags did kind of just go over your head because you were just so focused on making it work, doing what you thought you had to do. Picking up their slack, picking up, their part, in a sense. This could have been a relationship, career, family, whatever this was. But it was a very unbalanced situation. It's like the more that you put in work, the more that you put in effort, the sneakier they became. Because it was almost as if, I feel that most of you guys did not realize in that moment that you were actually perpetuating that problem. Because it was important for you, this person situation. For some of you, you were dealing with an avoidant or a runner. A person here who was unavailable, but available for whatever just they needed at that moment. We're going to clarify, but let's move into right now, right here, right now in the present moment. Very nice. Very nice. I like this. Growth. Growth looks good on you. You're coming through very differently now. You're coming through as the complete and total opposite of what you were doing in the past. Now you are sitting on your beautiful throne because you have learned a lot of lessons. You're now aware of your worth. You're aware of your value. And that looks good on you. I see that if you have not yet started to see growth in an area of your life, love, career, friends, money, whatever it is, you soon will. Because I see that right now, you're nurturing yourself. You're practicing more of that self-love, self-care, because you did so much for the other in the past that you learned your lessons. Remember I talked about the test at the very beginning of the reading? I said, it looks like you've been passing your tests. Confirmation. Congratulations, you have been. Keep it going. I see that for some of you, instead of efforting, doing, trying, you're now sitting down and watching and observing and seeing if it's worthy of your effort, time, money, energy, love. And if it's not, you're out. You're out. Powerful. Very powerful. Now, for some, I see a pregnancy, potentially. It's only for a very few. Now, you are dealing with an outside energy, and if you're not, you soon will. I see that because you've been practicing self-love, self-care, no longer chasing, fixing, initiating, taking care of what is another person's responsibility, right? Your garden is now blooming because you're taking care of your own garden now. And this outside energy is showing up as tuning right into you and your garden that you've been tending to. There's an energy that's showing up right now that is seemingly very open to you, inclined towards you. And the inclination that they have towards you isn't just passion. It's not just physical. It goes deep. It looks like it goes very deep into the realm of the emotions. And they're coming through as very mature, emotionally available, emotionally ready. We have yet to see the details to see if that's true. But it's looking good right now. It's looking very good. I see that you're kind of leaning back more. And I'm noticing that they're kind of leaning towards you. Now, I'm sensing that for you, you feel very stable. You feel very grounded in where you are at right now in life. I can see why. And I'm also seeing here that there's something related to like a little bit of avoidance from your part. Right? What we talked about at the very beginning, because there's a part of you that's like, wait a minute. Is this too good to be true? You know, and if you haven't met this person, I'm telling you, it's a new beginning. It's a new beginning in money, relationships, love, all that good stuff. And if this is already happening for you, I feel that it's kind of like inviting you in a sense. It's quite interesting, because this energy is kind of inviting you to sort of abandon, a sense of self-control, right? Because you're very kind of leaning back, very in control. You want to see them from afar. You're like, no, that's close enough. You stay right there. That's close enough. Let me observe you. Let me see, very calculating. But what I'm seeing down here, which we're going to get to, there's a twist. It's an interesting twist. Because, look at this. You, on your side, you're showing up quite good. You're showing up feeling a little bit more inclined towards showing and expressing your passion towards this person, situation in the near future, right? In the near future, you're coming through as involved with someone already, whether in a marriage, in a union, in a career, in a situation here where it's like, okay, you're giving it a go. Because this is, after all, the Four of Wands, which is a wedding, right? And I feel that this outside energy, what I'm getting is, for some of you guys, you may be dealing with more than one person. That's only for some, because this outside energy doesn't look too good. They're coming through as feeling heartbroken, right? Pain. Something here that is not working out in their favor. But it's working out in yours. Now let's start clarifying, because this is getting quite interesting. Let's clarify why this is challenging you right now. Because again, you look quite good. You look quite good. For some of you, that third party is on your side. Decisions. Who will you choose? What will you choose? Of course, you could be making a decision between a person and another person, a career and a person. Do you choose love? Do you choose a career? Right? But I see you very happy in a union in the near future. So I've got to say that it's definitely a union. And for a lot of you, what's coming through over here is that you're being challenged right now by, it's kind of like it's not easy for you to negotiate with somebody, right? It's not easy for you to want to fix something. There's a challenge there with regards to communication, what you want, what they want, a confrontation, right? Because I feel like this Three of Pentacles, of course, you could be involved with a third person. That's not for everybody, and that could be the challenge. But what I'm seeing more than anything else is that this confrontation, it's kind of like it's like the fear between what's real, what's not. And it's kind of like you don't trust this person, I feel like you don't trust them. And there's a difficult situation arising from communication and what you expect out of it, what they expect out of it, that kind of thing. Because I see that right now It's difficult for you to move forward towards someone whom you feel like they're very different to you. You feel like you guys, your differences are just highlighted, you know? And I don't see you wanting to go towards this. I'm sensing that you're more inclined towards the new. But let's see. Let's clarify this outside energy. What is this all about? Again, wow. Could be a Leo, doesn't have to be. Whatever sign this is, but it's almost as if this outside energy lacks the courage that you have. You know? They lack some kind of courage to really make something possible. And even though this new opportunity for you looms on the horizon, it's there. I still see you kind of pulling back from the new one as well. You know? Yeah, because I'm sensing here that this outside energy that you're dealing with right now, they feel like they've invested a lot in the situation. You might think this is completely flipped, right? But that's how they're seeing it. And they're kind of complaining about the fact that nothing is coming out of it. But I also see them not taking a practical action. You know, it's like they've taken actions, they're taking some kind of actions, but to you, it's looking like foolish. It's looking like, no, that's not it for you. You know? Because I'm sensing that this person is a little bit unawakened. They keep doing it a certain way. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting you to finally open up, express yourself, make the decision. And it's not happening because you don't trust this outside energy. They're not showing up as trustworthy in your eyes. Some of you already know that they are unawakened. Now, we're going to be going into the extended because it's getting very deep, and I know it's about to get deeper because we are just scratching the surface with this. And I know that there's a big shift that's coming in the near future because you're looking very happy. But they, on their side, they're not looking happy at all. Okay? And I'm sensing here that someone is trying to reach you. Someone is trying to open you up. Someone is trying for you to open up. But it's almost as if like you're declining them. You're pushing them away. You know, these are really throwing me off. So I feel that there's going to be a confrontation for sure. And they kind of like want you to like show your emotions, you know? Like, come on, let's give it a go. But the more that they do that, the more that you pull back is what I'm getting here. But then it also begs a question, are you just avoiding this because you're like avoiding them seeing your raw, true feelings and what you really feel? Or is it really something legitimate that you're picking up on? you know? Because I still see growth for you. I see growth for you. And I'm not sure yet. We're going to clarify to see if this is some kind of potential for you to grow. Is it pushing you to grow, but you're resisting it? Or is there something really off with the picture? Because, yeah, okay. We're going to go into the extended. That's enough of that, because this is getting really intense. Memories, it says here. The memories we've made together forever replay in my mind. Our love is immortal. There's definitely someone here that pulls your heartstrings. Okay? But it's almost as if you feel scared to open up. Okay? Because you've been there before and it doesn't feel good. And the fact that this says, you know, our love is immortal, it's like, okay, well, you can't get rid of that pull that you feel from them. But it's almost as if you're trying your best to keep them as a memory while trying to move into the future. Because I cannot unsee that there is a union forming. And the fact that it's the number one, I feel like it's something fresh. Of course, for some of you, it could be a reunion, you know, of sorts. And what could happen is, for some that are dealing with a third party, you could be faced with options very soon. And I feel like someone in the near future is going to be left behind by you. This is not you. No. You're looking happy. The outside energy is not. Let's figure this out. We're going to go into the extended, okay? And we're going to dive deeper into see who this person is, more so about their subconscious thoughts about you, their deeper feelings, emotions for you, their next moves, actions towards you, how the situation is all going to turn out and unfold for you, what's going to be the final result, and we will end the reading with any messages from spirit. And of course, we're going to clarify this because it's driving me nuts already. Again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, you can find the link down in the description box below, and you can also find it in the first comment that I pinned down below as well. If you would like to book a personal reading, you can also find the links down there. Same links are right next to the extended link. And stay tuned for the end of the reading, because I will be announcing the offer that I have here from Psychic Source that they're offering all of you. Okay, they're offering to all of my viewers, so it's a very great deal. Check it out and stay tuned. I'll see you in the extended. But before we dive deep into today's tarot reading, I'd like to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Psychic Source. They've been around for over 35 years, and they are one of the most trusted psychic services out there. Now, you all know that I do readings myself. And honestly, I was very curious to know. So I went ahead and I called one of their advisors just to get some clarity. And yes, it did help me confirm what I already knew within me. Because you are my loyal viewers, they're offering you 40 minutes for only $19.80. That's literally less than $20, you guys. And during the 40 minutes, you can connect with as many advisors as you want. This way you can have different perspectives from different advisors. So if you want to try this out, just click on the first link that's down in the description box below. Or you can visit trypsychicsource.com/Gena Moon. Make sure that you spell my name correctly, because that is your code. Gena Moon. A big thank you to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back right into the reading. In the extended reading, I go into the other person's subconsciousness, their deeper thoughts about you, their deeper feelings for you, their next actions, moves, and more. And thank you all so much for all of your positive feedback for the extended reading. I am so glad that you guys are loving the extended reading so much. So again, if you want to check out the link to the extended, the link is down in the description box below.